Sid Naresh, Ved Sheth, and Captain Russell. This is the Coed team semifinals. Good luck, gentlemen.
Oh, this isn't my paddle. Huh? This is not my paddle. Oh, really? This big. Oh, yes. This one? Yeah. So serious. No problem. One is blue, one is red. Red. Red, serve, side, serve. Warm up, 2 minutes.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is the 2025 NCTTA College Championships. I'm Willie Leparulo, and I'm here with Justin D'Antonio.
Yes, you are. We're having an awesome tournament. Good to be here, Willie.
Excellent, excellent. So we've got a very interesting matchup here. This is the Coed team semifinals. This is UC Berkeley, or California as they're called, against NYU, New York University. This is a battle of the giants here, really. West Coast versus East Coast. And, you know, Justin, you are, as I am, from the East Coast, but you're more north than I am.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. So, who do you favor here? No bias here. But
no bias. I am from New York, the state of New York, but actually NYU is in the other region. New York is split between two regions, and I run the Great Lakes region, whereas they're in Northeast, which is New York City and I think Massachusetts.
Yep.
And maybe Connecticut.
Yeah. A lot of those Northeast states we can't remember what they exist on.
Yeah, where the borderlines are and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say no bias here. I do love NYU, but also California is a great school. Both of these teams have won the national championships, at least on the co-ed side in the past, and gotten many other accolades as well at the national level. I would tend to lean towards California as the victor here, especially because I think best case scenario for NYU, they get back to doubles. And on the double stage last night, California did show that they can beat NYU, and in fact, I believe they did in the semifinals of the men's doubles event.
Yeah, and that's, you know, here at NCTTA, the championships, we have an open men's doubles event. And so, with that, it's always fun to see. It's like a little bit of a precursor to how the teams are going to look here. So here in this table, we have Sid Naresh, freshman at UC Berkeley, and Zhou Ruilin, which I believe is a grad student, but we don't know the major. We'll figure that out here in a second in terms of where he's at. But nevertheless, both above 2,000 level in terms of that. And so Ruilin Zhou is a graduate student in economics from Ruilin, China. I imagine I've just butchered that. Justin, how's your Mandarin Chinese?
Not good. Maybe a vocab of about 100 words.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's
yeah,
well done.
it's
Table
pretty good.
tennis words?
Doesn't yes,
Forehand,
mostly
backhand.
sports, but also like how do you where's the bathroom, etc.
Wow, you know more than me. That's very good.
Doesn't mean I'm saying it properly.
Fair enough, fair enough. There are 4 tones or sometimes 5 tones, depending on which region you are in.
Oh,
So,
yes. I learned through pinyin. I had a little book when I was in Taiwan for a summer. So Ruilin, this is not his first rodeo in NCTTA. He was a member of the NCTTA, or rather the NYU team last year. Nationals, regionals, divisionals, and he's a solid part of this team and has been.
That was a solid backhand block there. Surprised Sid Naresh, who's like, wow, did that really come back?
Did that just happen?
It did indeed. Naresh still has a demanding now 9-3 lead here. So for those back home, we're looking at the way Zhou plays his game, and it's basically a backhand-oriented game. Does use a forehand, but he loves his backhand. Not as much as Sid Naresh loves his backhand, however.
Yes.
So 10-3 lead for Sid Naresh here.
You would tend to think Sid Naresh is one of, I would say, the biggest up-and-coming young American table tennis players. And his brother, Nandan, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
And I believe their father volunteers for us, or has in the past.
Yeah, he is. Arcad Naresh is a division director in NCTTA. He is the Upper Midwest division director, and he's here today, and supporting his son and certainly helping us out by volunteering for the NCTTA championships. And so a little bit of a mismatch here, but I think, Ruilin Zhou can make things very interesting. His backhand loop is ferocious. Lots of RPMs going on that. And the attack right in the middle. Again, in table tennis, the middle, the elbow is generally a very difficult shot to defend. You have to choose between the forehand and the backhand. Which one will it be, kind of deal. And just like that, first game goes to Berkeley. Sid Naresh gets it 11-7. It's talking a little bit about accolades on Sid Naresh. We're just kind of amazed. These top-level table tennis players, they have a huge resume of sorts, CV, if you would call it. And just looking a little bit, here, gold medalist, boys doubles, silver medalist, U.S. nationals, all this kind of stuff. I was talking with Dr. Walter Alomar before, because he's an accomplished player, and I'm not saying you're not, but
hey, I'm happy to say it for you, Willis.
Fair enough.
Accomplished, maybe off the court, and certainly passionate, but we can't all be Olympic level like Mr. Kumar, who's on court 1 right now.
With also another Canadian Olympian, per se, on that.
Yes, second best player in Canada at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Rating-wise.
Wow, didn't know that. What I was alluding to before is that a lot of these top players seem to have nerves of steel. And you could tell them apart from the better players and so forth. And so Sid Naresh, he's been hit at, and people have hit winners on him, but it doesn't faze him. He just picks up the ball and says, "Next, please."
Yes, it really is a lifestyle, and part of it might be nerves of steel. Part of it might be experience. Yes, they are here at this NCTTA Championships for the first time. But Sid has been on many national, perhaps international stages in some very important matches. And there's probably not many days out of the 365 days of the year where he does not have a paddle in his hand for hours.
Right. And, well, I mean, he's also playing routinely at MLTT, so I'm not sure what team he's with.
Literally a professional.
He's literally a professional.
Which is one of the cool things about collegiate table tennis here, not being part of the NCAA. Our rules are slightly different, and we do allow professional status.
Yep.
And, in fact, we do allow non-consecutive years of collegiate participation. So you will have people who come back, 10, 20 years later and still have 2 years of eligibility left, and maybe they're 1,000 rating points higher. You never know.
I mean, I'm going to put it out there. I'm almost 50. I still have a year of eligibility left. If I ever decide to come back to school, which, by the way, I never will. Sorry to all the students out there. Not having homework is a gift in itself. Oh, wow. That's a great ball from Zhou. He's sticking in there. He's not throwing in the towel at all.
Really sturdy. Both players stepping back and just ripping big topspin shots through the middle of the court. And Ruilin pulling out his forehand to win that.
Still, Naresh is up 7-4 in the second game with best 3 out of 5 match. I wonder if Ruilin Zhou has, a forehand serve, every single one, backhand serve, backhand serve.
Yes, and you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's not losing points off the serve, and he doesn't really seem to be losing an advantage per se. So no reason to change it up for him right now.
I bet, again, and I look to other sports. I watch a lot of tennis. I've always wondered, maybe you're oh my gosh, that's a beautiful forehand.
That was a beautiful outside angle down the line.
I have to ask, and for those out there, Justin's a big tennis fan, racket sport fan in general. I don't know if you know this, or who Steffi Graf is. Do you know who Steffi Graf is?
Of course. I believe she's married to Andre Agassi, who's now on the pickleball
circuit or whatever you might want
to
call
the fad.
it. The fad, okay. Well, Steffi never hit a one-handed backhand unless it was a slice. Notice that?
Sure.
Have you ever seen her hit a one-handed backhand? Ever?
No, that's a great point.
I'm sure she has one, though.
Mm-hmm.
So along this lines, Ruilin Zhou, he's down 2-0 now. Lost that game 11-4. He's got to try something different. And again, there's a point to my rambling here.
Okay.
Will Ruilin Zhou something different? Will he try something different? What is different? Forehand serve short, forehand serve long. All the backhand serves is all Sid Naresh is seeing, and Sid Naresh is liking what he sees. You think he should switch it up a little bit?
If the thing is, I'm sure Ruilin does have other serves. Will they win in points? No.
So it's the Steffi Graf concept. I'm sure she could hit a one-handed backhand screamer, but will she beat the Monica Seles of the world?
Because at this level, and with his style, and playing against someone like Sid, you're not going to win any point with one shot unless it's an error. That serve's just going to set you up better. Now, what he needs is a weapon to back it up with. And he's really outgunned as far as weapons go.
So it's just not a matter of changing things, essentially.
It might be a string of things. You're going to have the serve. Maybe you find you can get your opponent to pop something up or hit a little bit closer to your strike zone for a kill. But then you have to have that kill. You have to be ready, and you have to, it's either going to be, it's got to be placement. It might have to be a few kills in a row because Sid can handle all the power that Ruilin has.
He's got spin, he's got power, he's got footwork, and it's just something very difficult to sort of ascertain. Yeah, I guess I always like to compare, certain table tennis things to tennis, for instance, right? You never see Steffi Graf hit a one-hander. You never see Andre Agassi serve and volley. Have you ever seen that? Maybe on accident he rumbles up to the net and he's like, oh boy, what do I do here?
Sure. That's a great. There's just a lot of power behind Sid's backhand too. It's so flat.
Ruilin Zhou takes a well-needed timeout. At this point, the curiosity is, hey guys, I'm not sure what to do. And he's Gao Yanjun is the coach for NYU, but right now Gao Yanjun is coaching Jeremy Hazen on table 1, and so Zhao is basically depending on his teammates here. His teammates seem to be watching the other match a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes you got to just acknowledge there isn't a plan B.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. This is a team sport, and sometimes you're just outgunned rating-wise, and you know that it's going to be up to your teammates to bring the win home. That doesn't mean it's not trying. And in fact, it might not even be about him in that timeout. He might just be trying to break some of his opponent's rhythm. So maybe he doesn't need advice. Maybe he just wants to slow Sid down.
Like freezing the kicker. He just got the point back. Serving 3-5. I've been watching Sid all week, and I can't honestly tell you what a weakness is. I'm sure there is one. Maybe other persons with power and oh my God.
Gotta love that.
What's that?
Inside out flip, backhand.
Banana flip. Well, we're using all sorts of vegetables and fruits here.
Oh yeah. Well, it's almost lunchtime here, so we are in Rockford, Illinois, on the tippy top of the state, right next to the Rock River. We actually have a nice view of the water out the window to our left. And we are in the UW Health Sports Factory, and I can confidently say, at least since I've started, big kill down the middle by Sid. This is probably the first time at one of these tournaments we have had too much space.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No, not a bad
listening,
thing. Of course, being facetious, there's no such thing as too much.
Too much, yeah. This is incredible. I mean, reality-wise, is generally we're crunched in everywhere. Everyone's on top of everybody. But here, it's like you're walking a mile back and forth. You get in your exercise and your steps. But yeah, this is a great and wonderful facility. We're super excited to be here. There's some lobs. Oh my God. Could it be? No.
Oh, tough. Great defense by Sid there. Putting a lot of side spin actually on that lob he was hitting back, which kind of benefited Ruilin because it was naturally arcing out to his forehand, but they were so high.
Yeah. We've got 5 match points here for Sid Naresh of California. Aiming to go up 1-0 for a team. And there it is.
Big, scary backhand by Sid to close it out. That thing is dangerous. I would not want to be on the other side of the court.
That's an understatement. Big, scary backhand.
3-0 win for California here. Court 1 still has first singles, Nikhil Kumar versus Jeremy Hazen. And 2 more matches to come. Let's see if NYU can get their first point through Jeremy. Or you can tune back in here for, are we doing the 3rd singles here next?
Either 3rd or 4th singles we'll be doing here. So
okay,
we will certainly come back in a couple minutes. Until then, if you're hearing us from a live stream, please note we're out here at the UW Health Sport Factory here in Rockford, and we're on YouTube. So we'll catch you in a couple minutes. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Receive. Receive. You. Inside. Warm up. 2 minutes.
We are back here, 2025 NCTTA College Table Tennis Championships. We're here with the #3 singles, White Bai of NYU and Ved Sheth of California. And something that Justin, my teammate here in the booth, shared is very interesting. There are numbers and ratings, we'll say, attached to everybody. And if you're above 2,000, you're considered to be, definitely above average. If you're above 2,500 or around that, you're national team or even Olympians. The player in purple, his name is White Bai, is rated 1978. Ved Sheth is rated, close to 2,600 or around that. So in theory, there should be a ransack of sorts. White Bai is much, much better than the number is there.
Absolutely. He recently beat a, did we say 2,300 level player in a prior teams match, and you can just tell even from this warm up here, they're going toe to toe. Granted, Ved is maybe one of the best men's singles players at this tournament. I believe last year it was in the men's singles in Round Rock, an all-California men's singles final between him and his teammate, who is currently on court 1, Nikhil Kumar.
Yep.
So can we expect the 1900 to beat the potentially second best men's singles player in the country in collegiate table tennis?
I mean, look, in my opinion, anything's possible.
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
You can't count him out.
We don't
just
know
because
enough about his background, for sure. And part of the reason here for maybe this
unknown
factor is the fact that White is a first-year player in NCTTA, so he may just not have enough matches under his belt for the rating to have caught up to accuracy.
Yeah, that is pretty accurate. I mean, we see that he's very competitive with a 2,600. 1978 should be no business being in that area. And so, White's an MIS major. That's Management Information Systems, a graduate from Shanghai, China. He's played before somewhere.
No, I would hope so.
So
this is not his first rodeo.
Yes, that is absolutely the case. And so this is where I think maybe the brilliance of Gao Yanjun, the coach of NYU, is coming into play. He's trusting a 1978 rated player to be here in this lineup to see where it's at.
Ved Sheth rated 2659. Again, basically professional level. The California lineup, to be frank, is just insane right now. They have 3 players who could easily be, and probably are, top 10 in the country for the collegiate level.
I mean, even for the non-collegiate level, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I mean, table tennis in this country has gone up in leaps and bounds since COVID. I mean, something has clicked, I think, maybe in every sport in terms of that, but table tennis-wise, it's just exploded. So happy to be a part of the revolution.
Oh, nice short flick by White there with a lucky net or edge court. But honestly, I don't think Ved was going to get there either way. He got a really acute angle on it.
He did, he did.
Nice backhand exchange there.
We were talking about majors before. I just noted that Ved is a electrical engineering and computer science major. That is important because these players at 2600 level, they have to maintain that by playing and practicing often. And Justin, you're a fellow engineer. Engineering is not a walk in the park, is it?
No, it's not. And NCTTA requires for undergraduates a GPA of above 2.0. So yeah, you can't be slacking.
So I mean, these players are excelling both on the court and off the court to be able to do that. Now I know you're by
graduate
trade.
Students need to be above 3.0.
Correct.
That's what
correct.
it is.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Which you know, they should be able to do that at that point. So.
Sure.
Oh boy.
That was a tough little net court that Ved had stepped all the way out, probably 3 feet wide of the table to attack on. Lots of backhand exchanges in this match. I'm not super surprised by that because both of these players are very tentative to give the opponent an opportunity to bring out their weaponed forehands, which White just exemplified perfectly.
I'm sorry, is that a 1978 forehand? I'm a little confused at that concept. What did I just see?
The side spin on that.
Yeah.
Catastrophic.
Oh my God, was it around the net?
Okay. It was around the net, and it was right into the corner.
We need to have our cute little names like pickleball do, these Ernies and all these kinds of names. Why do we have these names?
Well, we have the banana flick, strawberry. But yeah, it would be cool to have a name for that. Really, you could use a pickleball term there. You could call that an ATP.
Ah, that's right. That's the other one. There's ATPs,
yes.
There's Ernies, and there's some other flying
There's a bird.
meniscus or what is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the flying meniscus, really. I do believe you might have made that up.
Probably so. I needed to fill
You
the
might
air.
be playing a little bit different pickleball than I am.
That's probably accurate. But
you might want to go talk with the tournament doctor again. Meniscuses are flying.
Where is the meniscus? In
The
the knee?
leg, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently yours is flying, so where should it be? That's a whole nother story.
I do it because it's in the kitchen. So.
Okay. Oh, wow, and game one.
Yeah, White's
Game
bringing
point by White. Wow, and this is... Oh, okay.
It caught up.
Looks
so
like the
11-10.
score on the screen was a little behind.
Yeah, now they've caught up.
Oh, beautiful kill to tie it back up by Ved.
It was an inside-out forehand loop, side swipe Timo Boll-esque. Of course,
Yes,
Timo is
yes.
lefty, but that was wow.
Across the body. We are in overtime right now. That means that each player only gets one serve, and they have to win by 2. Wow, a little tentative there. White appeared to be on his heels for some reason on that shot. It wasn't that hard of a shot by Ved. Nonetheless, a match point for him. And yeah, similar mistake.
2 in a row.
For whatever reason, White seemed to step a little back on those two, maybe expecting Ved to just come at him with power there, and Ved just played all spins. So right after it came off the back of the table, you know, within 6 inches horizontally, had dropped to White's knees. Very impressed that Ved pulled out that first game, which is kind of strange because you expected him to be the favorite.
Yeah, no, and for this to go to deuce, this shows that this is just a wild situation here. I mean, I think this shows where Gao Yanjun was thinking. I mean, he probably knew the potential that White Bai has here within his lineup, that he's not just a typical 1978. And again, using those numbers, again, it's a number that we'll use to sort of judge where people are. But again, they can play however they want once they're on the court, and certainly they do. It becomes super, super interesting.
Gao Yanjun did stop over on court 2 to talk to White Bai during that exchange. And you can tune into court 1 right now for some incredible defense lobs by Nikhil Kumar. Both of these matches are extremely high quality right now, and the atmosphere is electric. Love that step out. Really giving himself space for a full swing to kill that shot down the line. But if he doesn't hit that perfectly, the rest of the court was so open for White to block it back.
Looks like he's pretty passionate. We're going to hear some yells and choles here very quickly.
Ved and Nikhil, both very vocal players. Sid Naresh, not so much that I noticed.
Interesting, huh? I think he's found an opening here. They jockey with White. White likes to just tend to backhand drive, and then once you're able to step around, you go to the forehand corner. White's nowhere to be found.
Yep.
Ved is up 3-1.
Now, White is seeing that coming a little bit. He was there for that first forehand attack, and he tried to counterblock it a little wide to take advantage of the opening on Ved's side, but still came up short as far as the point. Our other 2 live streams right now on courts 3 and 4 are probably hosting the other semifinal, which I believe is Texas Wesleyan.
Yep.
Versus, not sure who it's versus. Oh, it's Texas Wesleyan versus UCLA, so another California team.
Oh, wow. Californians are taking over.
Yes.
It's interesting. It's that way in some of the other racket sports I'm aware of. In badminton, badminton has a plethora of California, New York, kind of the 2 East and West Coast kind of deal there. So
it does make sense. These sports do tend to be far more popular in the Asian countries, and so a lot of Californians have migrated from the Asian countries. Tight second game here.
I mean, first game was as tight as you can get, too.
Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
White was up, if I recall correctly, 9-7. And
they both showed all their weapons in the first game, and now they're playing a little more cat and mouse.
over in court 1, Nikhil Kumar has defeated Jeremy Hazen. 2 lefties were going at it. Berkeley is now up 2-0 in the team tie, which makes this match with Ved and White Bai all that much more important. Winning the 3rd game basically would finish it all. They are going to start the 4th singles on table 1, but you know, again, we'll see what's going to happen here.
For those new to the collegiate table tennis team format, this is a 4 singles match event in the head-to-head. So you need to take at least 3 of them to win outright. If those matches are split 2-2, you end up in a doubles tiebreaker. Wow, using every inch of the table there.
You ever see that chop block there? My
Yes,
God.
awesome.
And chop block is a spin, a rubbers, smooth players, pips, we'll say. It changes the spin, it changes the trajectory. It's an incredible shot to hit, but difficult as well.
Sort of jammed White by there, sticking the ball into his right pocket, and he didn't have the quick footwork to shift to make it a more comfortable forehand or backhand.
Wow, that's incredible. Looks like Ved was waiting for it in the forehand corner. It's like, I'm going to camp out here because I think you're coming at me.
Yep. And that gives Ved 4 game points in this third singles match.
And a net for the win there. Much easier game than the first. And Justin, let me ask you this. It's going back, you know, Gao Yanjun is going to be coaching White Bai pretty hardcore now. If you were the coach of NYU, what kind of advice would you have to try and break the rhythm of the California player, Ved Sheth?
Ved made some very significant adjustments from game 1 to game 2 in his game plan, and I didn't see White Bai do anything really similar. He stuck to the game plan of the first, and when you're playing someone new for the first time, like these two, you need to figure out the kinks of your opponent's game. So I would be moving things around a little bit more and doing exactly what Ved did from game 1 to game 2. Maybe play a few more forehand to forehand matches, maybe start stepping out wide and bringing his forehand into play, because it's just as much of a weapon. And again, as sort of the dark horse, the unknown.
Yeah. That's it.
We don't really know what White Bai has either.
No.
So I would definitely be excited to see if White Bai has a second gear, a secret weapon of some sort. I'm not counting this out, this comeback out in the slightest.
Well, for sure, White Bai is not a 1978.
Yes.
Okay. That's been
Yes,
established.
we do agree on that. He might be a 1979.
Oh, no. Jesus. Reaching. Crazy.
No, I mean easily 2,300. Probably more like 25.
Right.
24, 25.
He's been in every lineup for NYU, which, and
Sure.
again, they have other players, but this makes me think that there's something different that we're just not aware of. Ved is up 3-0. If he wins this next one, there needs to be a timeout, but he's staying in the point. We're on table 1. The fourth singles has begun, or will be beginning here in a couple minutes.
Nice wide loop there, but an unexpected error by Ved. Ball coming in maybe a little more spinny than. And there's that spinny forehand again. Maybe that's the trick here.
Yeah, maybe he did. He tried that little chop block. It was, he got a little bit late, so that didn't work out to his favor. Ooh. That backhand return really put Ved off balance a little bit there. White Bai takes the lead 4-3.
Now, interestingly, this might just be because White Bai is a first-year player.
Nobody really knows him.
Oh wait, I am incorrect. So White Bai was in the singles event.
Last year?
Sorry, he was in the men's doubles event this tournament, and actually ended up playing against Sid Naresh and Nikhil Kumar in the second round. Again, he was seated very low, so he didn't have a chance to show himself there because they had to literally play the 1 seed in the second round.
Maybe that's all part of the plan.
Right, staying under. He
Under
played
the radar,
with
so
Ruilin.
to speak. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tight third game here.
He's a wall. Veda's a wall.
Absolutely.
This is the second straight match that I have commentated for White Bai, and I'm continually impressed at his play and his standard. But he's making 2600. Ved Sheth really bring out everything.
Oh yeah, this could go either way. Ved cannot lose focus here.
Just as you said that, the net rears its ugly head.
Every 6 points, players get a towel break. Just a moment to breathe, get the sweat off the hand. They are accelerating the paddle at ridiculous speeds.
Yeah.
Another little pocket mistake there. At the very last moment, White Bai switched from a backhand to a forehand.
That elbow is real
yeah.
dangerous. Yeah.
Error by Ved, tying this up. This is exactly what White needed this third game.
That was a cheeky push, but Ved was right there to combat it with a huge forehand loop. No response whatsoever. Down the line backhand. Where is White Bai? No one home.
Yeah, I think he might have seen that coming a little bit. Not enough spice on the backhand of his.
Still in it. He hasn't given up. Down 8-9 here in the third. He's down 2 games to nothing.
And his team is down 2-0.
Oh God!
Wow!
It's,
fantastic luck, but also that stab.
Yeah.
That's pure skill. He
Yeah.
really tweaked his wrist.
incredible hand-eye coordination.
Took that ball from behind him, which you really don't see often in table tennis.
No. That's.
And really unreturnable for Ved. It came off the edge of the table, so
Made it worse.
unpredictable bounce.
Yeah. It would have been something if he dove for it, but you know. So in the first game, it was 9-9. He pushed strong and made White loop into the bottom of the net. Notice, he's got match point doing the same thing. He's going to go to the well right now. Saved it for as much as he push. There
And
it is.
again, it's brilliant. He saved him for the end of the game.
Remembered it. They got him the win. NYU unfortunately loses this here. California Berkeley wins this. They're going to play out the match here on table 1, but you know, this is an incredible effort from White Bai. I mean, this is truly not a 1978.
No. Really beautifully played match by Ved, but really cool to see White Bai come out of the woodwork and give Ved a challenge in 2 of those 3 games.
Right. It's definitely along that case, along those lines, and so to try to figure it out. And so, you know, looks like captain of the Berkeley team is announcing that Berkeley has completed the match and has won 3-0. In NCTTA rules, they do not finish the fourth singles if it is 3-0, and that is what has happened right now. The crowd is clapping for that. So we're gonna come back here. What's gonna be next is looks like the women's team final will be next, and we have UCLA versus a first-timer.
First timer ever. So proud of the team from one of my upstate New York divisions, the Cornell women. Actually, 2 freshmen leading the team, and they battled to beat another New York State team, NYU, which we were just watching in this co-ed, in a doubles tiebreaker in the 5th game just before this to make it to the stage.
Yeah, and it's a special thing. We always love to see new schools, new teams come out and do that. And UCLA is a perennial placer, we'll say, in the finals. And so Cornell, featuring Gina Fu, I believe, a Canadian international.
Canadian Commonwealth champion, correct.
Yeah, should be a very interesting match coming up soon. So stick with us. We'll be back in a few. I'm Willie Leparulo, and
I am Justin D'Antonio, and thank you for tuning in.
See you later.